Welcome to another episode of Gracias Come Again. Today is super special because we have a 2-for-1. This is actually the first time I'm having two guests at the same time. But it was important, that not only did we had Calixto Chinchilla here today with us, but also he brought a special friend who's a return. The icon, the legend, the superstar, Manny Perez. Welcome both to Gracias Come Again.
Thank you
for having us.
Thank you for joining me. Today we're going to talk about the New York Latin Film Festival, 25th anniversary. Well, Latino. Yes, Latino Film Festival. 25th anniversary?
25th anniversary.
You're the founder?
Yeah, started at 20. Yeah.
That's how old you were?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was living, yeah.
Why are you over here aging yourself? I was going to say, how old were you when you started? At 10?
I started in media entertainment when I was like 16. And then, so that's a story. And then I got into this kind of, we'll talk about it. But yeah.
How do you feel right now, 25 years later? Do you feel like you've accomplished what you set out to accomplish? Or do you feel like there's still a lot of road ahead of you?
Both. I feel like this is beyond my dreams. You know what I mean? I don't think only God can write this book. You know what I mean? And so I look at it in that way. And there's more to come and there's more to go. And we've thankfully have evolved. We have a tour, which we could talk about. But yeah, we're going on a 10-city tour across the country after this one. So it's a lot. And we have an agency, we have a marketing agency.
I saw that.
So we do a couple of different activations and we work on a couple of feature films. Like we did Sinners, we worked on
that was a good movie.
Bad Boys for Life and stuff like that. So, again, but that's how we engage the culture. And so we've been fortunate to be able to grow, and we just got nominated for an Emmy 2 weeks ago. So yeah.
You've been nominated for 3 Emmys, right?
I have in the past.
That's amazing. You're going to win this one.
I better.
Listen,
I want to tell you this year.
I am manifesting it for you, okay? Next year, when we talk about the film festival again, you're going to bring your Emmy. And you're going to put it right there, okay?
Day. That's my.
Or you want to get that one too?
1 year, 1 day. I don't know.
And Manny's been with you since day one, you were telling me behind the scenes?
Yeah. So he was just a youngling.
That's right.
He was a young Manny Perez?
Yeah, actually, it was a short that I did. A friend of ours, Alfredo de Villa.
We did a thesis film, right?
Exactly.
That's when they
Neto's
made it in
Run.
film. We showed Neto's Run in 16mm film.
Exactly. Then after that, I went ahead and co-wrote with Alfredo again, Washington Heights.
Yeah.
Then we premiered Washington Heights in was it your second year?
Second or third.
Yeah. So that's how we I've known this man when he was, I hate to say, he was bone skinny, but my dude now is like bulked up. But yeah, but it's the beautiful thing is that I love watching this man grow with the years, and as the festival gets bigger, as an actor, being part of this industry, it moves me to be part of this industry because of these type of festivals.
Yeah.
What you're doing here, it's huge. It's like when the film festival, when it comes to New York, we're like, bro, your tickets. Did you see the schedule? Did you see, everything that's happening? It's what you do is so important to our culture, especially here in New York.
Yeah.
Because we mobilize behind the festival.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And it's dope what you've been doing. I want to say thank you.
Oh,
because it's something that, sometimes we feel like we don't get what we should get, whether it be on Broadway, whether it be in the theaters. So when you put this event together, it's like, finally, we can live.
I appreciate those words because sometimes when you're in the thick of it, I'm sure everybody can relate. You just get into your own hole into doing it.
Yeah.
Sometimes you don't step away. And even when the event is happening, I don't step away from it. So in moments like this where you get to talk con calma with people, you're like, okay, I guess this is happening or whatever. But it's really hard when you're in the thick of it. It could be lonely sometimes, so you want to protect your spirit because sometimes there's always people around you that want everything.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, especially Latinos, where everybody wants, when it comes to the festival like this, I get it. Everybody wants it to be for every Latino. And it is, but it isn't too. You know what I mean?
What do you mean by that? Like they'll say, no hay suficiente mexicano, no hay. Is that what you're talking about?
I mean, sometimes everybody wants what Latino means to them, right? And
yeah,
I get it with a name like this. Because there's only so much you can be for every single person. And so you kind of have to treat it like a brand. And it's like, oh, well, this is what this brand stands for. Mm-hmm. And if you like it, that's great. It's for you. And if you don't, maybe there's other options. You can go to this store or that store.
No, it's the
but
fact.
There's a certain point where you kind of just have to own what you are and know that you can't be all things to all people. And sometimes when you have a name as broad as this, people want you to be all things to all people.
You're an umbrella kind of. They're like,
and
we're
it's
all
hard to
here.
be that.
Yeah.
There's only so much we can be. So how do we maximize what we can be with what we're capable of being at doing at the time? Mm-hmm. And so that's what it's about. And I had to learn that for a while because before, I could get depressed about it. I'm like, I'm not enough.
Are you
And
insane?
so,
We look forward to this. I'm telling you right.
but
Yeah.
now you get out of it. You know what I mean? There's a
Yeah.
part of ownership, and I think because of how I started so young,
Un
so
carajito con una idea.
in my mom's house at 21, I was
¿A
working
dónde?
2
I need to know this
jobs.
building. ¿Dónde tú estabas metido cuando inventaste esta vaina?
I was in the projects, living
¿A
with my
dónde?
mom's.
Manhattan?
In Manhattan. Yeah, single parent. Didn't tell my mother about it. She never knew until she saw it on TV. And by the time she saw it on TV, I'm moving out the house. And so,
Adiós, doña.
yeah. And so it was like that, and it was just crazy idea because I had done a short film, but it's not like there wasn't a Tribeca Film Festival. None of this existed, not even in the general market or Latinos. And you're talking about
Tribeca Film Festival didn't exist yet?
No, we started as a collective in 98,
Oh, you
99
are a pioneer.
is when it happened. 2000 was the first festival. So the way it happened, I had made this short film, and I believe it or not, Sergio George was one of my guys who had done some support with me back in the day, and it was a short film. I was selling candy. I was doing whatever to raise money for this short. I got screwed over, when it came time to release it and all of that, but what I realized is there was such a tribe of Black and Latino creatives, and back then, the independent film scene in New York was on fire. I mean, it still is, but it was like lightning fire. And so it was easy to network and build with people and make the content. And then something clicked in my mind that what if there was a place or an opportunity for folks like me? I knew I couldn't be an anomaly. I couldn't be by myself.
No,
I knew that
no.
there was other Latinos that existed that wanted to learn about this business. But it came out at in an interesting time where people were looking at us as the next big thing. And so we were in Time
The
magazine.
Latin explosion?
The Latin
Remember
explosions
that?
when it happened.
I remember.
So Ricky Martin was about to come up,
Jennifer
all
Lopez.
of this, all of that. And so there was an industry that was hungry on us, but Latinos didn't own anything. And you had an industry that was really curious about us, but there was a lack of knowledge that I felt like we had in the business space. So for me, it's like, well, how do we equip ourselves of behind the business of show? How do we educate these studios to what the culture is producing? And how do we build audiences for the work? How do we make it accessible? It doesn't matter if you're in the Bronx. It doesn't matter if whatever your income level is. If you're really serious about this business, then this is the place for you to be. And that was really ambitious because I was young and I'm still living with my mom. So how am I going to pull this off? And so I was really, I felt like I was playing a role as, I was like, okay, I'm going to call myself the executive director of this organization that doesn't exist.
Ese es su título temprano.
Mm.
CEO, CFO, de todo.
Because I had to flip the script in my mind, and I still think this way, that, okay, if I'm going to build something, I work for this company. Doesn't matter if I founded it, whatever, that is the case, but I work for this company. Because when you start an LLC, this for people to know, it really is a person. The company, it's a company. So treat it, you're an employee of the company. Don't get your ego twisted. Oh, I run this,
That's when things start to fail. Cuando la
That's when
gente
things start
empieza
to
a creerse
fail.
gran mierda. I'm like, relax,
And so I
chill
knew
out,
that
just chill
2020,
out.
hindsight 2020, I knew that early.
Mhm.
And then I was really fortunate to, I would call people up. I would call HBO, Troll, whoever. I had a pitch deck. Back then it wasn't a deck, but I printed stuff. I
En
typed it
persona.
out. There was, everything. And I landed I was star 6'9" executives, right? I was star 6'9" executives. And somebody was like, well, here's the general number to HBO. I said, okay, maybe you talk to marketing, maybe you talk to acquisitions, whatever. I called them all. And at some point, I would hang up the phone if I didn't get through. It would be like radio dialing. I want to win the prize.
Oh,
One of those, you keep calling till you get, on the radio. So finally, I would make nice, with the receptionist and all that, and
schmoozing.
Whatever.
Can I get the CEO on the line?
So one day, she passed me through.
¿A dónde?
To the executive I've been trying to cultivate. And I was at work. You would think this is a movie, and it's not, but it is.
Your hands were sweaty like Eminem?
No, I got through while I was at work, and a customer happened to be in my face.
Oh, where did you work?
I worked for the French Alliance. So it's the Alliance Française, and it was like a business thing. And so somebody was in front of my face, so I had to get my friend to cover me because I'm getting in. So I had a quick second, and whatever words I said, they were like, we'll give you 10, 15 minutes.
To come in person?
To come in person. And I said, okay. So I had to figure out how I was going to pitch this thing. I knew in my soul what it was. I could speak authentically to it, but now I had to figure out not to freeze in front of an executive because I'd never been in those spaces because I'm living in the projects with my mother. And I'm going to school like this. I'm going from point A to point B and I'm trying to figure shit out. Excuse my language.
Oh, you're good. You're good.
And I got into this meeting. I walk away with a contract that day.
Who did you meet with? A white man, a white woman? Who did you meet with? I want to know who was in front of you.
Some executives and
a bunch of people.
One of them was a key person was a Latina.
Okay, good.
So it was good that there was a Latina in the room. But you got to understand that there wasn't an HBO Latino that existed 2 years later after the festival. HBO Latino had a reason to exist. But that's how it was, and I left the elevator like crying as much as.
Oh, they told you yes on the spot?
Yeah. I got an offer on the spot.
No, pero qué buena suerte tiene este hombre.
That's beautiful.
Imagínate, cold calling HBO and getting a.
I would write this book, and so
what do you mean a book? It needs to be a feature film, and we can premiere it.
I know, and so for me, it's like as much as I want to get in the building, I want to get out so bad because my eyes were like, what is going to happen? Because now the pressure is. Now I gotta make this happen.
Now you gotta deliver. Now you gotta deliver, right?
Yeah. Where I'm gonna find these Latinos? Where I'm gonna find enough content to warrant a festival? I just told you, I didn't lie to you, but I told you that I could find this. Now there's a oh shoot moment, and I gotta make it happen. And so that became the harder work. Is like, okay, now I gotta start a company. What am I gonna do? Now I gotta hire. Now I gotta make this happen. And that's how I quickly had to learn. At a rapid clip, like what I was gonna do and how it was gonna happen.
No pressure?
But you know what's
great?
There was
a truckload of pressure.
You know what's great about this? That as a filmmaker, as an actor turned writer, director, producer, these are the places, or this is the place that every filmmaker wants to premiere their product.
Oh,
if not, the product is gonna be stuck in a closet somewhere and never. So he gives these filmmakers their dream to premiere in a big screen. And that's what this whole thing is about. So having Latino Film Festival like this one in New York, there's one also in LA that I must say it's a great film festival as well. Those are the two ones in the whole country that gives Latinos filmmakers a chance to premiere and to sell their film. I mean, you get to sell your film here if you invite producers or distributors to come and see it, and that's the beauty of being in.
I mean, certainly, Warner Brothers does give it a different level of visibility. Certainly, it's a different thing.
How long were you with HBO? Because I remember it was always the HBO.
Well,
New York,
we're all in the same family.
Okay, so you're still part of that family?
Yeah, well, Warner Brothers owns it. Yeah.
Okay, I didn't know it'd be part of ways because I feel like the HBO part is not like so prominent. Like they don't say it.
No,
Did something change?
Because streaming now it's HBO Max.
I mean, with the New York Latino Film Festival, now I feel like it's a standalone name. Before, which is always like HBO.
Oh, they're still a part of it. Yeah? As a brand, they are, but now it's Warner Brothers Discovery.
Oh, okay, got it.
So now it's the parent.
All right.
But yeah, no. They've been.
They stood with you forever. That's what's up. I like that.
I'm really thankful, But also, we do so many different things together. We do different programs. We've done different things. So right now, the organization's been able to grow as the needs of the culture and our place in entertainment shifts. So when we saw that there was a lack of Latino comedians, I was like, well, how do we start a comedy program and give a lucky person an HBO special? Like full marketing, you're getting an HBO special.
You're doing that now?
Yeah, we've done it for the past 6 years. Ralph Barbosa was one of our discoveries. He won.
Nice.
We have Mark Vieira. Barbosa's selling out. He's selling out Beacon Theater right now, the week of the festival. And then we launched a filmmaker program. We had a fund, and so we, give full payments for a film to be shot, like a short film.
Oh, pero acá llevas una película.
Acquisitions, yeah. And then we actually shot the first production in Dominican Republic.
Okay.
Which was a film, Freddie Vargas's film, with the baseball. I forgot the name, but it was about these two young kids in Hispaniola. Hispaniola. And then right now I run a fund, I co-administer a fund called 150, where we give filmmakers just back end financing. on
Like grants?
films. Yeah, it's a good grant support, and so we
Okay.
have a couple of films that are coming out right now, and so we're excited about it. And they get a first look deal at the studio, so we're really happy with that. And then again, you just keep evolving. We have a host competition, and we have people host our red carpets because there was
Oh, I
there
saw
was a
that.
lack of Latino
Oh,
hosts
I
in this
s-
game that are covering carpets. You have Mario Lopez, Zika.
Oh, come on. I love Mario,
Exactly.
but we're not just one
But just not
person.
one. So I was like, okay, then how about we cover our own carpet? And some of our hosts have gone on to NBC. I have a host right now who's on NBC. I have one who's on Pix 11. And now you have tape. You have tape with a celebrity. You have tape on a carpet that you didn't have before. And, we've been able to really launch some careers in different ways. But again, it still feels very new, very fresh. I'm still excited about it. There's always new challenges because, we're facing some challenges now. You know what I mean? You look at, 25 years ago, we were talking about being in and diversity and inclusion. 25 years later, we're still having that conversation. 25 years later, it's become politicized. 25 years later, it's hard to be Latino right now. 25 years later, it's harder to run culture spaces. So the conversation has shifted, and yes, some things remain the same. But the thing that is the most powerful is our resilience.
We're not going nowhere.
We're not going anywhere. And I got 110 films to show you why.
Nice.
Because we're resilient enough that we're going to find the money. We know where the money's at. I got 110 films to prove it to you, right? And so we'll find it. We'll be defiant. There's investors. There's opportunity. We're going to tell our stories. We're going to continue to remain in places and the spaces that we need to be. And that's where we have to really be consistent, persistent, and defiant, and like making sure that our voices are being heard.
100%. I say it
Yeah.
all the time, man. You better be loud and proud because we are the Latino majority.
Yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
feel like a minority in any way, bro. Anywhere que yo llego, I occupy space. I take my space.
You have to.
Yo no me siento de que rara, de que, oh,
And you're creating opportunities for yourself.
100%. No, I created this. I'm like, if it doesn't exist, I'm going to create it. And I sit across from people. Last week, we had Luis Guzman. You know what I'm saying? Like,
He
it's
won
just,
an award, yeah.
he's amazing. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just growing and growing and growing.
Yeah.
And, I got to shout out Manny because Manny came early on in the game and he took a chance. And I DM'd him. I took a chance. And I was like, I want to interview you. And he was like, yeah, sure.
Yeah.
Tell me when. Tell me where. And that's the thing about Latinos. He helped me grow this space because he gave me validation. Like, oh, shit, Manny was there. And then the next actor. And then we're going to do, Lauren Velez. And then we did Luis Guzman. And then it's weird because, like, I feel like after you, it kind of, like, triggered, like, all these big actors are like, okay, I'll come. Okay,
That's what happened with
Dasha
us, too.
Polanco, like everybody
Yeah.
came. It just, I feel like this is gonna be such a big deal. And as Latinos, we're like, you know what? We see what she's doing. And the same thing with Luis Guzman. Él no hizo radio aquí. In New York, he didn't do any radio. He just came here. And he
For
was like,
Wednesday, right? Yeah.
and he was like, you know what? I want to support you because I see what you're doing and I want to help you grow. And it's the same thing Manny did. And that's the same reason why I wanted you to come here. Because I'm like, you know what? I can't have a show for Latinos and not, speak to Calixto and, let Latinos know that, the New York Latino Film Festival is happening next week. Because we have to come out. But sometimes I feel like if we don't know things are happening, we don't do it. Because people be like, oh my God, honey, tú fuiste a eso. If I would have known, I would have went. And I feel like that's the sentiment a lot.
Yeah.
That they just like, oh, yo hubiera, like that FOMO. Pero ya yo estoy ahí. I'm like,
You're so right.
What
But
do
that's
you-
how come you got to keep applying pressure. Like, I
100%.
don't settle, I don't settle.
no, you got to
Like
let
our
people
media
know.
team, like I want to be on the pulse of where culture lives. I don't want to be behind it. I want to be in front of it. So we're on their necks. Like this is when the festival's coming out. Like we got bus shelters throughout
I saw them.
throughout New York, from White Plains to Staten Island. We got a great media campaign we've been pushing. But like you don't settle. And even after 25 years, we don't settle to think that everybody knows who we are. You keep
Yeah.
evolving to where culture lives. And, we really try to stay current. And then the fans, you know what I mean? Like, they're really supportive. And the talent, we really try to, like, to your point, what made our situation worse is I wanted no celebrity to be above the title.
What do you mean by
Back
that?
then, Jennifer Lopez presents or somebody presents.
I see what you're saying. Yeah.
And that was an easy out. Oh, you should do that because then more people will come. I was like, no, if we're that good, they have no choice but to. And the first year, John Leguizamo came, or Rosie Perez, Joe Rodriguez, we closed with Girl Fight that year. and we end up just getting Kerry Washington came the first year. Like all these people came the first year.
It
This
grows.
this brother came the first
Manny
year.
Perez.
But we sold out like the first week. We sold out twice. We had to like add a screening when we didn't expect it, and like that the first year was probably electric. So people
We were
think
on
we
it.
started out small. Not really. No, it was explosive pretty quick. Gracias a Dios. But now you have to keep at it. And this year we're honoring Michelle Rodriguez with our Impact Award. But Louis
Word?
got it last year.
Oh, nice.
No, Jarrell Jerome got it last year. Louis
Tommy.
got it the year before.
Okay.
But again, that's where when celebrities interact with us, it's authentic.
They love it.
They love it. They want to be here. I'm not chasing you. Like we're in this together.
Yeah.
And they feel a part of it. And
Mhm.
so I think I'm not here to clout chase you. I don't need to do that. And so once you come from that authentic space,
Mhm.
then they're more receptive to you. It's like, okay,
What do you
whatever
need?
you want,
What
I'm
do you
down.
need? What do
What
you
do you
want?
need? I'm here, whatever. And so I'm thankful for that. You know what I mean? I don't take any of that for granted.
Now,
And
we got to give you your flowers. What you've been doing
Mhm.
out here for 25 years is major. It's needed, and you didn't let it die out. Because, a lot of people have ideas, and, they do it a year, 2, 3, 5, 10, 15. Bro, you've been doing this
Yeah.
25 years. No,
It's a
no
lot,
ponete
guys.
viejo,
Yeah.
but that's a long ass time.
Yeah,
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 it's
yeah.
true.
But this brother, to even see him, like, I don't, you're still working, man. You're
No,
still a working
it's
man.
a long
How
journey.
many Latino actors you're still a working brother?
I know, but it's a long journey, dude. And
Manny's the
what's
man.
crazy,
He
and what's
is.
crazy is that,
And he has 2 films in the festival.
that's right.
That's
I've
crazy.
been
2
blessed.
features.
I've been blessed.
Good ones.
No, yeah, they are good. Actually, yeah, they're really good.
Tigre.
Yeah, Tigre is actually pretty. Tigre is an amazing film.
Yo, I want to watch
out of,
it.
Out of
I-
all the films that I've done in the DR, I feel like Tigre is just it just grabs.
Mature, yeah.
Yeah, it's plus my work mature as an actor in
Mhm.
that one as well. But in regards to Latinos in
Vamos a
general,
hablar, vamos a hablar.
Porque ahora yo voy a hablar porque a mí se mete una
Suéltate,
vaina
que ya
cada vez.
Calixto dijo todo lo que iba a decir.
Yeah, yeah.
Mentiras. I'm just joking.
No. See, the problem with Latinos
Háblame.
is Latinos. And I say that, and I'll say it again. I'll keep saying it 100 times.
Hasta que te
The
mueras.
problem with us is that we're not united at all, dude. At all. If this dude is Mexican and he has a
I'm not,
Mexican
but yeah.
film, Puerto Ricans,
Yeah.
Dominicans, Caribbeans not gonna see that shit because it's like that's a Mexican shit. It's not for me. If I'm Puerto Rican and I got a Puerto Rican and a film that takes place in the East Coast,
Mhm.
Mexicans are not gonna see it because that shit is some East Coast shit. Final del día, to the white guy sitting in Texas, we're all fucking
Toditos somos lo mismo.
exactly.
Váyanse pa' su
But we
país,
don't
todito.
feel that. But we as Latinos don't feel that. We're like, yo, I'm Dominican. I'm better than Puerto Rican.
There's a
Or I'm
divide.
better than Puerto Rican. I'm better than Mexican. At the end of the day, it's like the problem is with us, and that's the problem with this industry is us. Why do I say that? Because when a film comes out, everyone should go to the movie theater. Our people don't go. Our people are the last motherfuckers to go, and I feel like something is wrong with us, with our pride, our ego, and that's the problem. Cuando sale una película with mostly African Americans, yo, los haitianos, los
Todo el mundo.
Trinidadians,
Los panameños que...
todo el mundo va. But with us, we got issues, dude. And I feel like I don't know how to fix that. And I've been saying that since back in Washington Heights Day, when Washington Heights came out. I've always said that. And I feel like the problem is us. How do we fix that? I don't know, bro.
I think 2 things. I think there's a generational shift with younger creators this gen than there was ours, right?
Got you.
And so I think how they view culture and how they write stories about the culture, I think is going to shift to how audiences want to be. Because not everybody wants to be hit in the head, oh, Latino for Latino kind of content. I think like African Americans, we kind of had to find our way to creating content that's accessible to anybody and everybody, right? Because we got to make movies from the masses.
Of course.
So if they're too hyper culturally specific, it's really hard. It can be really hard to market, right? So how do we create stories and narratives that balance the two, right? Like I can still be of the culture, but I got to sell popcorn to a bunch of, you know what I mean? And so I think, you got to understand, that you have Latinos now talking about being Afro-Latino, right? You have Latinos now talking about, how people view culture now is on the gram. There was no gram when we first came up in this game, right?
Mhm.
But how they view culture how they document it. You see it on Instagram, how these creatives do. They're going to take that at 2.0 what we did. Our job is to welcome those people in, which is what we do at the festival. I'm not going to fight you. Like, I love to work with so many new people. I'm the most collaborative guy I think you can meet. But that's the thing, is that I'm not trying to gatekeep. So I think once we function from that place, I think definitely you're seeing the creative change, because there's Latinos who worked on Sinners. There's Latinos who worked with Spike Lee. Look at Spike Lee. If you saw Spike Lee's new film, I don't know if you saw it with Denzel, the best sequence is at the Puerto Rican Day Parade. It's a whole chase in the Puerto Rican Day Parade. And you got Eddie Palmieri on his last performance before he died in the freaking movie. You got Rosie, you got, Anthony Ramos. I went to a theater, it was sold out, and it's unapologetically New York and Black Latino.
Well, that's great. That's beautiful.
And so
dude.
sometimes you need, those filmmakers also to reciprocate, right? And so, definitely Spike is one of those guys, you know what I mean? He's a quintessential New Yorker. But I'm saying, like, even he, like, if you look at that film, it's a very young but mature film that you wouldn't expect Spike to make at 70 years old, but he's like on all cylinders in this
He's
movie.
progressive.
He's progressive. And I think that when it comes to us, I think, again, even when you see the films that are at this festival, Mad Bills is one of them. It's young, it's assertive, it's Dominican, but it's also very, this film has won the top awards in Europe. It won Sundance. How many Dominican films have won Sundance U.S. Latino?
That's beautiful.
And you got it with this film. This kid is young, Dominican from the Bronx, educated in London, brought his London crew to the Bronx, shot it. Now he lives he'll come back for the festival, but he's in London right now. Again, these people are looking at culture different because they're having it different than we had it. So I think that I welcome the change and what that looks like,
So you feel like there's a shift?
I think it's happening, yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I think you can feel it too. I think you're seeing it.
Let's say Gen Z and Gen A are going to operate different than us. That's for
and
sure.
They are.
Gen X and millennials. There is going to be a shift, but to what Manny says, we do have to get these people out here. And I understand what he says. Like a Dominican will go. Let's say la película que hicieron La Grande de Fefita. Maybe someone that's Mexican might be like, yo no voy a ver eso. So I understand what he's saying. There is a divide in a way as far as like how we consume.
But then also there's a difference between a film that is purely Dominican, made in DR, and a film that is made in the USA by a Dominican.
The experience is different.
It's a different world, Example, El Cantante to me is an amazing film.
Todo el mundo, everybody.
Oye, and no one went to see that fucking movie. Illegal Tender is actually a pretty good film.
I love Illegal Tender.
And then nobody went to see that shit because, so that's the
But you had Empire that people did well.
Empire did well, yes.
Empire did well.
Yeah, exactly.
But also, you got to understand, when we came out, there wasn't multicultural marketing. Those offices didn't exist.
No, that's now.
That's now. You know what I mean?
There's departments.
I know a studio that just hired their first multicultural marketing officer.
That's insane.
Girl, we're in 2025. You just got, you know what I mean? And so you got to understand that there wasn't people like us in the building that had executive positions of power. 25 years later, we're getting fired because the media consolidation, right? And so sometimes it feels like it's 2 steps forward, 6 steps back, because now we're going through different shifts. But back then, there wasn't multicultural nada. We did. And so I think that's the thing. And there was a sweet spot in the mid-2000s where, yes, you had more of us in the building. I know every Latino and Black executive that can do something. But still, there isn't anyone who can greenlight a film. That's just the nature of Hollywood. There isn't a person of color that can really greenlight. There's people who can get you the money. There's people who can move you ahead. There's people who work in acquisitions or development. Those people exist. Some of those people still exist now. But there was a period where that didn't really exist, right? And so, again, I think there's a shift. But it's a marathon. It's not a sprint. It's a marathon. Including doing what we do. It's certainly been a marathon. And I've had to consistently navigate, because, all the mergers. I've been through a lot of mergers. And you still have to stay in the room, and so you kind of persevere, you work, you continue to be consistent and disciplined. That
A Tiro Limpio, vamos a hablar.
at Tiro Limpio.
Vamos a hablar.
Vamos a hablar. My God, that movie.
Yeah, no, the
Dime
film.
tú, what was
See,
your involvement in it?
I was just an actor.
You were just an actor? I
I
felt
was
like
just-
it was so good. I
No,
said,
yeah,
Manny
no.
You
hizo
saw
esto. I actually saw it.
Okay.
Yeah, no,
You know,
I-
Juan Luis Guerra's son directed
Yeah,
this,
exactly. He, you know, the good thing about having that dude direct the film, he's really a perfectionist.
No, that movie.
And that dude took 7 years to
It is
finish
a-
his film. I'm like, whoa,
crazy.
dude, just release the shit. And but 7 years, actually,
That's
I
what he said.
appreciate that. I appreciate it because, you know, as an actor, I want you to, for example, I had to go back and do reshoot like 3 times. It's funny because, you know, when we shot the thing, my character, they added like these canas, you know, gray hair.
Mhm.
And by the time I'm done, I'm like, yo, I
I'm
got
here.
I
You
got
don't gotta
gray
add
hair,
nothing?
dude. Exactly.
No effects, is it?
No effects. But I appreciate that because it's very detailed and it's a shootout. It's heat in the DR.
It's heat. That's what I said.
Exactly.
It's heat
It's
in the
heat in
DR.
the
If you
DR.
remember Heat with Robert De
Oh,
Niro,
yeah, no,
Yeah,
for sure,
yeah,
for
yeah.
sure.
it's that. It's just guns blazing, heist. It's
Yeah.
really good.
So it's really good. So I mean,
No, it's an amazing
You're
film.
gonna enjoy this film if you loved Heat. That's the bottom line.
So
And
we're
it's
watching-
brainless action film. You don't get Dominican films that are like just pure popcorn.
My husband said
This is what it
Dominican
is.
James Bond.
Yeah.
Ahí sí hay acción. I was
Yeah.
just like, what is happening?
SWAT.
yeah, pretty
Yeah.
much.
All of it.
all of it.
And the beautiful thing is premiering at the
United Palace.
United Palace, and that theater, dude, is
Intimidating.
best
as
It,
fuck.
it is
theater
beautiful. It is
in
beautiful.
the world for me.
Yeah.
And I've done screening in Toronto, San Sebastián, pero esto una vaina que you're like, wow, honestly, dude, that theater is like,
I'm nervous about it.
no, that
Yeah.
theater
Why?
is.
Why are you nervous
is-
about it? Talk to
is-
me.
It's a beauty.
You know, they've been
It's a
pushing us
beauty.
to go there, and so we've never done it. It's intimidating. It's a big ass theater. So yeah,
It's
intimidating.
huge, but that screen, man, it's just the quality of it.
But then I
It's a
remember the
different
Ziegfeld.
quality.
We did an event at the Ziegfeld when it was a movie theater.
Got you.
I
It's
think,
similar.
Yeah, I've done a couple
It's
of events at
similar to
Ziegfeld,
that.
But I was like, Ziegfeld not what it used to be.
Yeah, it's similar
yeah.
to that, but you know, in a different uptown, which is great. You know,
It's gonna
But
be
we
good.
got some other good Dominican films like 42. I don't know if you saw that.
No, I haven't seen
About the Dembow scene in
it. I know la
Tapatio.
42. I know la 42.
It is
Mi mam-
fire.
I was in Dominican Republic last week. And mi mamá was like, no te metas para la 42. Digo, mami,
Really?
pero what am I going to go do en la 42, mami? Dice que hay una calle por ahí que tú no puedes ir. I'm like,
But
"Está
this
bien."
film got fire. This is just because you don't know what's real and what's fake because it's a quasi documentary.
Oh, I see.
But
Mm.
you see a lot of stuff, and that's it. But it's really assured. It's confident.
Mhm.
I saw the film at South by Southwest. Another, Jose Maria Cabral is like a top DR filmmaker. Like really, it's a bird's eye view into Capatillo, and it's just really fascinating. The music, all of it, and so we got some fire Dominican films. Like we don't no fillers. We do the top flight.
I don't even know
I'm
where
not
to
gonna
look.
show like a comment. I'm not showing Seki Peggy 6. Like we're not doing that.
No.
It's because that's not. We got to elevate the content. You know what I mean? And even when I go to DR and I speak over there, we talk about it. Okay,
Do you say DR or do you say the DR?
it depends on what I'm saying and when
Yeah.
I'm saying it.
La República Dominicana. Because
La
that's always a
República.
thing. Like, why do you say the DR? Who says DR?
Sometimes say DR, like
Yeah.
just to keep it quick. But yes, we're going to
Cuando tú vas para allá,
yes.
dime.
We're making just as much content as Mexican filmmakers are. Matter of fact, there's so many Mexican co-productions because of our tax credit that, they're shooting Mexican films in DR, right?
yeah, they are.
And co-productions and stuff like that. So how do we elevate? And we're getting there. The quality of the content is getting stronger in DR, but that's
No, esa
because
película, Tiro Limpio, that's like top tier.
but these are younger filmmakers.
Exactly.
And so I want to make mass popcorn movies. I'm going to do that. Or you look at Jose Maria, I'm going to make, bold filmmaking that Dominicans never mess with. And like now you're seeing a shift where, now we're getting considered for Oscar, contention where we never, that never was happening. Right. And so I think the maturity is happening, but again, it's taking time. You know what I mean? I mean, people don't realize the film tax credit changed the island. You know what I mean? Like now that you have a tax credit, like now there's this incentive to shoot. It's really important that continues to happen because it helps the local economy. It helps the small business people to sell food or whatever. It's almost, big and small, the carpenters, technicians, all of that.
Tourism.
All of it. Yeah, no.
And all of that. So, and it's different because DR, even, I'll admit it, took some of PR shine because some of PR used to have a big tax incentive, and now they're getting there. But like Lionel went quick with the with the law, but you see how it's benefiting the country, and it's benefiting the content, the profile of the country, but also the content that comes out of it. And this festival is even proof of that. But again, we represent. I have films from Brazil, Mexico, everywhere.
As long as it's Latin, is there?
As long as, and so again, we get content from every part of the world.
How do you even pick which flicks you're going to?
Great programming team,
bro.
I don't watch half. Don't ask me. Don't quiz me on movies.
No, I will not. But I'm like, bro, how many films are submitted?
Almost close to 1,000 from around the world.
¿Y quién decide, dime?
We just have a team that for every category we break them out.
Okay.
And we just have a big team that just goes through everything. And sometimes we'll go to festivals, we'll go to Sundance, or sometimes I'll go to Funglo there in DR or whatever. We'll go wherever and just look at stuff. Some stuff we pick up, and then some stuff just comes to us. And then you try to come up with a balanced program. And I do believe we program with deep intention. Like, I don't need fillers. Like, I don't need to do any of that. But it's a mix between studio films and independent films as well. So, yeah, again, it's just been great.
No, it's great. I always say that La Ley de Cine, the tax incentive in the DR, it's been a blessing for the island, for the new talent, for the actors, for everyone. Just because they're doing 28 to 32 films a year. And these films are going into festivals. They're opening doors, and I feel like that helps the country, helps tourism, it just helps the economy.
The economy,
the profile, for any country. And, so we've been happy with like the growth of it, and making sure that the content continues to be this high quality. And a lot of the films, it's also a place of business. We've had HBO buy a lot of films at the festival. Even Washington Heights got an acquisition deal. We've had a lot of films picked up. So, we have events that are happening at Warner Brothers. We have a 30 Rock event. For the film festival? This year. To really understand the business of it. Because, this is show business.
It is.
Okay, so some content is not going to fly. So how about we create content that people are asking for? So it's not hard. It's just you got to work. You just have to work twice as hard, you know what I mean? But it's tangible. You can make it happen.
It's happening.
It's happening,
The film festival is running from the 13th to the 21st?
Yes, we start off with the Futuro Digital Conference.
Okay.
So it's an influencer conference just for, people of color that work in the digital space, whether you're a social influencer, but it really gets into the money and the business behind influencers, because as much as Latinos dominate on all things social, we don't own anything, or we're underpaid. You can have the same follower count as a Kardashian and not get paid Kardashian money if with the same follower count. So how do we create those spaces where we're educating each other? So we're talking about money. We're talking about retirement. If you're an entrepreneur, we don't think about some of those things.
So if someone listening right now wants to be part of this,
it's for free.
It's for free? Okay.
It's for free.
Where do they tap in?
At website, NYLatinofilmfestival.com.
Okay.
Follow us on our gram, NY Latino Film Festival. We just announced the Futuro panels yesterday.
Who's on it?
Audible. We have a couple of big Dominican influencers. I gotta look at my phone, but
no,
it's fire.
It's on the website.
It's fire. Coke and Coca-Cola and Audible are presenting it.
Ay, chavo.
It's.
Dinero.
I'm sorry. There's some good.
He's like, don't do that, honey. Don't do that.
But we have some good folks in it, and it's gonna be really tight. And it's all on our website. And there's so much stuff. I gotta get briefed on what it is, but I know what it is.
But it's happening, right?
But it's all happening. And then Michelle Rodriguez, again, she's getting our Impact Award on Friday night.
Where's this happening at?
It's gonna happen at the Regal Union Square. Majority of our stuff is happening there. And then there's some other stuff that's happening in United Palace. And
can we be there if someone's listening and they want to be, at the United
Palace? There's stuff for every price point.
Okay.
There's some free events.
Okay.
Futuro's all for free.
Is the block party free?
We also close with a block party. See, you should work. Yo.
Listen, I know everything. I know all your business.
So what else we got?
Sigue, háblame.
So we got a block party in Quisqueya Plaza. It's going to be dope. We have a good presenter.
Ven acá. Me tengo que trabajar contigo.
Can I give you the name? No? Okay.
Oh, claro que sí.
Amazon.
Oh, there you go.
So they're going to...
Ay, chavo.
So, Jay Noah's is the headliner.
Oh, nice.
We got Planta Industrial that's performing. It's fire lineup. It's concerts. It's going to be activations. Last year we had the Penguin. We turned it into Gotham City. Literally, if you see in our videos, like we did custom build outs.
Oh.
And we had the talent there. We had a Maserati.
When is it happening? Because I feel like this is something that a lot of people would want to be
We close off the summer, September 21st.
Okay.
All day.
What is that,
food.
A Sunday?
It's on Sunday.
Okay.
The last event of the festival. We even do the awards out there.
También.
And it's our third year doing it at Quisqueya Plaza because we used to do it in the Bronx, one of the parking lots by Yankee Stadium. But we're doing it here, and it's exciting.
Great.
Did you go last year?
I did not go last year, no.
Okay.
I went the year before.
Loser, but okay.
I know. I went the year before.
Ese hombre estaba actuando. ¿Tú has visto la cantidad de películas que ese hombre tiene? He be busy. Hasta en BET tiene una película right now.
That's right. It's true.
I love it.
No, but
I was like, yeah, look at Manny on BET.
So
yeah. We even got VIP tickets. There's regular price tickets. There's tickets for every price point. We even have a VIP suite.
Where?
It's really at the venues.
At the event?
Yeah.
Ahí que nos van a poner a nosotros. Con aire acondicionado. No van a pasar trabajo.
So I think for us, we try to create the event as really like an experience. We want you to feel it.
As it should be.
You know, the quality, even the sound. Like we want every, like those little touch points. Because you gotta understand, when we came out, we also had to demystify, even to our own, of what this was going to look like and feel like. Because everyone puts their prejudices on it. You know what I mean? Especially when the festival first started. What is it going to be like? What's it going to look? Are they going to show ratchet stuff?
No.
What is it going to be? But again,
we're creatives. But
also to the general market, those general market festivals or whatever, it's like, nah, every prejudice that you got upon us, I'm gonna wrong you on all of them. And you got to understand that all those obstacles were in our way when we first came out the gate. So again, I had to convince a culture. I had to convince Hollywood. I had to convince whoever that this was going to be elevated. This is going to be everything that you didn't even thought it would be.
And it's always been.
That's how it has to be.
It's always felt, classy. It's always felt, like this is a vibe.
Yeah, don't come on our carpets looking whatever. Regular.
Absolutely not. I told my sister.
Come on our carpets.
I said,
you go to our Instagram. We have a whole fashion runoff of people who dress up. Don't look regular.
You better come. Yo le dije a mi hermana, necesitamos unos vestidos para ir para el Tiro Limpio premiere. I said, is that the United Path? Claro que sí, una carpeta roja y de todo.
I've had films finest at the freaking festival. I've had people who literally, I don't make this stuff up, but like people was like, yo, there was a casting person I connected with and I'm in this whatever. And you've seen it. Like you've been in these spaces. So you never know who you're gonna meet.
Nice, dope.
So you step in beyond. If you're not, this is not for the week. Like if you want to network, that's fine. If you want to just enjoy the movie, that's fine too.
Yeah, it could
be. But you can make and maximize the most of it, however which way you will.
As a spectator,
but as long as we create the spaces for that, take full advantage of that.
And it's there and it exists. And it's a full week. It's like if you can't make it on Monday, you can make it on Thursday. I always make it a point, to make it to at least 1 or 2 events every year because it's my thing. And I discover movies that way. And it just feels like a dope way to support,
Yeah.
Latinos. Like, don't say we don't have things if you don't support them when we do have them.
It's true, too. And that's the Manny's point. Yeah.
That being said, you need to go see Tigre. I gotta.
Yes,
no, yo voy because
let's go.
Listen, I love the whole, pitch of the movie.
Gotcha.
I've never seen anything like this, and it feels so like just coming of age, and from a male perspective, it's something that I don't really watch. But when I saw the preview, I was like, oh, I see what
it's actually based on a true event. True, that happened to the director. Is the director's point of view as a child.
Oh,
he went through this.
He went through this.
Yeah,
I realized with the Walkman, I was like, okay, the kid has a Walkman, so this was a long time ago.
Yeah. This is his life. I mean, he was because he's un papi mami, and he was taken to Pai Campo. So he can become más tigre.
Let's toughen you up.
It's crazy, yo. When I read that, I was like, this is insane. It's like, that's my story. I'm like, oh, dude, I need to be part of this.
Yeah.
Because it became something else. Because I was like, que allá. It's like, yeah, man, allá. En los tiempos de antes, that's what those mommy and papis did with their kids. you're like, wow, dude. He's like, yeah, man. They put him in fucking camps.
Let's toughen you up.
Exactly.
No queremos hombre soft aquí.
It's crazy. I mean,
It
I
is
was
crazy.
like, well, that's a crazy story.
No, I definitely want to see it. I saw the preview, the trailer, and I was like, this is a dope concept. I love it, and
It's good.
I'm definitely gonna come out. Not because it's you,
No, well, thank
but
you.
because I love the concept. No, and I support. And I feel like I've seen everything you've done,
Thank you.
and like everyone in my space, like with you, it's just different. My mom, my sister, my
You
friends.
should meet this director, Jose Maria. He's really good. If you've never met him, you should meet
No, I
him.
haven't.
He's supposed to come.
Me
Maybe he
toca.
has to get his passport renewed, but
Oh, really?
Where
Let's
is he?
see.
In,
So I
he-
go to-
en la República está.
yeah.
And I definitely, and I would love to sit down with him because I feel like that's missing. You know, I've done actors, photographers, directors,
He's
rappers.
good.
Yeah, he is.
He did 42. He's the first filmmaker to have 2 films in the festival
Oh, nice.
in competition. So yeah,
Yeah, that's true.
But he,
Now, cuando
he
él
has
venga,
a style. He did. I think Dominican Republic was one of their first Oscar
Mhm.
Submissions for Campiteros.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Campiteros. Have you seen this? Oh
That's
my
another good one.
gosh.
Another one?
Yeah, that's a good one.
Freaking brilliant.
Carpintero.
Yeah, and it was the submission for the Academy Award.
It
for
premiered
international.
actually in Sundance
It's Sunday.
as well.
Nice. Voy
Way
para allá.
back.
And
Pero
that's-
primero me
that's
toca-
what's growth. That's the growth, young dude. That's the growth.
No, that's dope. I definitely want to sit down with him. You know, I sat down, with Jay Noah, like all of
Oh, so
our.
you had Jay Noah.
Yeah,
Okay.
I've had Jay Noah twice actually. I love everything she stands
Okay,
for.
yeah.
You know, I love the way that she's just a lyricist
Yeah,
and she's
fire.
not using, sex or sex appeal to sell. She's just like, yo, this is my talent. This is it. You know what I'm saying? And the way that, she just moves. I love it.
Michelle, we posted something on our gram the other day. Michelle was talking about when she came out, which is the 2000s, when they would objectify Latinas
Oh, always.
as the sexy. She's like, that's what labeled me difficult when I didn't want. She has a no nudity clause in her
I ain't-
contracts.
'Cause-
She has she's really like, I will do this, but I will not do this.
And I don't
I'm not
blame
going to be the slut. I'm not going to be the sex siren. I want to be a strong woman.
Good for her.
But she got, she got some heat, but she's been able to have a big career.
And she's
a different
respected.
career,
And
just being
she's
her own.
respected.
Yeah.
It's like something we've had to always fight against. I don't want to be the sexy Latina. I don't want to be the spicy
I don't want
nothing.
to be that, yeah.
Bro, you gonna respect me. You know what I'm saying? Even if it means giving all that masculine energy that Michelle gives,
Yeah.
or whatever, it is what it is.
Yeah.
We had a strong Latina, that was respected, that wasn't objectified, that wasn't made, like the hot Latina esposa. You know what I'm saying? It's dope.
Yeah.
I love what she's done, and I think that's one of the reasons I gravitate towards Jay Noah, because no offense to everybody that, uses their body and, goes extra and super sexy. Sex sells at the end of the day. But when I find someone who's just like relying solely on their talent as a
Yeah.
Latina and as a female, especially in the music industry,
Yeah.
I'm gonna be like, yo, a ti te voy a sacar tu comida aparte because what you're doing here, yo lo respeto.
Yeah. Yeah. So I look forward for her to come. I look forward to seeing her again. I haven't seen her in a minute, but, she deserves this award. So we're really happy to give it to her.
She's fly. She's dope.
She's good.
We're going to pull up. Man, if you're listening, if you listened all the way through, I want to see you, this year at the film festival. Give
Come
us the
through,
website.
come
Give us the
through.
website one more time.
NY Latino Film Festival.com. That's it.
Y lo vamos a poner. You know what? Lo vamos a poner in the description of this episode. I'm going to put a link directly
Our
where you can.
IGs all the same. The Twitter all the same. NY Latino Film Festival.
He's like, I'm the only one. No me robaron los nombres. Now, I want to thank you so much for sitting down with me
Thank you
today.
for having us.
Manny,
Thank
un
you.
honor
A lot
de
of history
nuevo.
in this room.
Thank you.
A
Thank you.
Tiro Limpio.
You look the same. You don't
Veneno,
crack.
la
I'm a
soga,
vampire. I'm a
ponchao,
vampire.
colao. Ya te estoy
I'm
haciendo.
a vampire, bro.
No, él está lindo. Y en A Tiro Limpio lo pusieron bonito. Vamos aquí, todo estos sacos y toda
Pa' que
esta
tú
vaina.
veas.
Te dieron the best wardrobe es el
no,
tuyo.
when they put a suit on me, I shine
He
a
does.
bit,
The
I was
glow
like,
up is real.
I said, no, the glow
glow
up
up
definitely
is
is real. Cuando él lo ponen lindo, lo ponen lindo.
Jabón.
Nah, thank you so much, both of you, for sitting down with me. And
Thank you.
Latinos, week after week, we give you these episodes. And I don't want you to just think that, consuming this is enough. I want you to consume all content that is being created.
Yeah.
Starting, with the New York Latino Film Festival, which is going down this week, starting this week right here in New York City.
Yeah.
Let's get it.
Get ready. Let's get it. Thank you.
See you at the movie theaters.
Gracias. Come again a los dos. Don't play with me, Calixto.
No, I'm not.
Gracias. Thank you.
Thank you.